Hello everyone, Tommy J here, and welcome to I Show You Games. Today I'm here to show you Crowntakers, a, turn-based roguelike developed by Bulwark Studios and published by Kasedo Games. So as far as I know, prior to this game, Bulwark Studios has developed two other games. Both of them were iOS games, and they are called Spin Safari and Ronin. So Crowntakers is their first actual PC game. Anyway, onwards to the options menu. So the options menu is very limited. These are your graphics and audio options right here. You have resolution, VSync, and full screen. Now, full screen is on or off, but full screen on is borderless windowed mode. I can tab things straight up, no load times. It doesn't actually take the program down, and also my mouse cursor isn't locked inside the window, so I can just drag it over to my second screen and click. So I'm a fan of that. It doesn't really hinder the game at all. It's not an FPS. You don't need a whole lot of mouse movement. So you're probably not going to accidentally go outside the window. And if you do, there's no tab time, so it doesn't really matter anyway. There's also controls here. They are not rebindable in-game. There may be a config file somewhere. I honestly have no idea. But yeah, I use mainly the mouse, and you can control with the mouse or the keyboard. And yeah, I am escape is all I use on the actual keyboard itself. Anyway, let's get into the game itself. So, this game actually has two difficulty levels. The traditional roguelike experience is normal, where everything truly gets reset. Your hero goes back to level 1. And on easy, your hero actually maintains its level. So it makes it a little bit easier. You do get this sense of progression. It's quite nice. And it did take me a very long time to beat easy. And yeah, you don't unlock normal until you beat easy, so it's kind of like a little tutorial. Anyway, I'm going to be playing easy today because I want to show you the mechanics of the game. I don't want to get bogged down by something really hard and not actually get to show you anything, but I just want to make note that this game is actually very hard. It's taken me about 5 hours to beat easy. And that includes learning the game and all that. But yeah, there is no tutorial, so you kind of just learn as you go, and it works quite well, I think. I've enjoyed it, anyway. Anyway, let's start off. So, your hero here, there are multiple different versions of every, mercenary in the game. The hero that you start with is just your hero, and yeah, to unlock different versions, you do certain things. To unlock the second version of anything, it's always kill 30 enemies. It's just that that particular character has to last hit them. And then to unlock the third little hero type, you need to perform some specific task. So in this case, it's reaching 50% dodge with this character. So he starts out with 10% dodge, and yeah, there's just things you can do to improve it. There are slight differences in these different, subclasses, and they are mainly in the abilities. So Disguise, it lets you swap with a friendly teammate, just swap position with them, or Eviscerate, so a bit more aggressive. And this one has 20% crit and 0% dodge instead of the 10 and 10 of the other. And yeah, that's all it changes. So it's small little changes you can do to customize. Anyway, let's start the game. So, because I've started at level 10, I may as well show you the level up system. What happens is you start with these base stats, so 4 strength, 7 health, 10 crit, 10 dodge, and you can level randomly 2 of those 4 up. So you get a choice between any 2 of those 4. It'll be 1 health, 1 strength, 7% crit, or 7% dodge, and I'm gonna build just a character, just a very aggressive character. I think will max out the crit. There's a bit of strength. Strength is always good because it is directly how much damage you actually do. 7% crit. Wow, so much crit. 60% crit chance. Not hitting super hard though. Anyway, what you do is you interact with things on the map just by clicking on them. And there is no panning of the map, no panning of the screen. Your movement is simply click that arrow. And then it just moves you where you want to go. There is a map, and the map is procedurally generated, but the point of the game is you want to venture through all of these little steps, they're called, and get to the castle at the end, defeat a final boss. So there is a boss at the end of each step, and generally you want to explore everything. So let's just run. It auto runs you. And we have the first little bit of combat right here. So the combat is hex-based, it's turn-based, and it's actually really nice. So the way it works is you take a turn, they take a turn, you have variable damage, you have abilities, and you have just a little fourth, I guess, ability. In a melee unit's case, it's guard, so it gives you a bonus to dodge, and when someone attacks you, you retaliate to it. And for ranged, it's Overwatch. So if you've ever played XCOM, if an enemy walks or moves, you take a shot at them automatically. So let's just stab him, kill him. Thankfully, we did enough damage, so he's dead. And after each battle, you get a bit of XP, sometimes an item. And we did get an item there, so that's handy. Anyway, let's move on. So within each of these worlds, there are set buildings. There's always an inn, and next to it is always a blacksmith. Let's search this. Hey, got some items. So what you do at your inn is you recruit a mercenary. That's pretty much what you do. Every world you go through has mercenaries, and you do unlock them through completing various quests for them. So yeah, I've spent a lot of time unlocking these. As far as I know, this is all of them. How many are there? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, including a hero. There may be one missing from that. But yeah, each of them have those variations I spoke about earlier. And this one's, for example, is to reach 10 strength, is to unlock his. So not super hard, because I mean, like, my main guy is already at 6 strength kind of thing. But yeah, so your first mercenary is free, you don't have to pay for them, and then after that you need to pay 8 gold each, and I'll give you some idea of how much gold that is in a second. Anyway, I think I'm going to actually grab a ranged unit. Which one do I want? This changes his abilities and his crit and dodge. I actually like this one. It lets him use one of his movement points to build a watchtower. It's kind of cool. Anyway, let's go to the blacksmith. Do we have anything we can upgrade? We can upgrade the armor. So there are 2 set pieces that you use to upgrade. Iron and cloth get you to level 2, then the materials change, so leather and silver, I think it is, and then it will be gold, gets you to level 3. And what upgrading these does is it lets you put runes in them. It doesn't change any of your stats per se, it just gives you a rune slot, so 1, 2, and 3 based on the actual level of the armor. So this armor is now level 1. And yeah, it gives you a little bonus, which is always handy. Anyway, I got that new character, so I can now level him up. Let's just go strength and crit. He's an archer. He don't need no defense. There we go. Alrighty. And onwards for glory. We found a cottage. So all of these little things I'm seeing are randomly generated. They can, of course, be harmful, they can be good, and it really does change up every time you play. Let's just kill him. Ranged units do have a minimum range and a maximum range, so the red tiles are what you can attack. It's actually very clear. I really like how much information is available to you when it comes to the combat system. Yeah, you're not really left guessing, like, I wonder if this will happen, I wonder if that'll happen. Let's just explore a little bit more. Cool. There is something above the portal. Potion and some herb. So there is normally a boss in front of each portal. That was the first level, so it's just kind of a guaranteed little wolf spawns there. But yeah, there's a boss above each portal, and what it will actually do is, on easy, once you've defeated the boss, it stands to the side, so you can walk straight past it if you want, and it'll let you actually progress with the game without needing to kill that boss. Perhaps you've got stuck on something just after the boss because the boss beat you down a little bit. And yeah, it's nice. It's a nice little addition that they let you, I guess, progress through the game on easy. Anyway, so there are a few junk items that you sell for big money, because say this is a crafting reagent and it sells for 1. This is junk, sells for 4. This book is also junk. Who needs books? And use that gold to buy things like mercenaries. So one of these mercenaries will be 8. Which one do I want? Let's get something unique. We will go with this guy. Yep, sounds good. So now we have another hero, and in normal difficulty, he would start at level 1, and he wouldn't have all of these upgrades, so things would be much weaker. Anyway, he's kind of a tank, so let's tank him up a little bit, give him a bit of strength for a bit of damage, and check the map. So every time you move, you'll notice that this little clock down here is actually moving. While I'm standing still, nothing happens, but when I move, it moves. At the end of every day, all of the enemy units get stronger. So it means you kind of want to balance your time between exploring and actually getting along with the progression of the game itself. Alrighty, so a few new things. When a unit is in melee and they try and act, there's a thing called an opportunity that will happen. So there's a second unit over there, I guarantee it. I'm just gonna walk this guy over here with the purpose of showing you, and I'm gonna use guard, so that's gonna let me retaliate to him. I am also just gonna take a shot at him and shoot off his armor. Yep. Armor works kind of like health, but not really. What happens is any one attack will remove 1 armor. It doesn't matter whether that attack would have done 30 damage, it will just do 1. There is a rune that will let you do, I think, 2 or maybe 3. But yeah. Anyway, let's just guard him. Right now, if he moves this archer or tries to take a shot with it, this is going to get an opportunity on it. Ooh, he went down. Yeah. So he's tried to, I'm not sure what he did. I think he tried to take a shot. And because he was in base contact with one of my units, that unit took an opportunity and took a swing at him. So that is part of the game, and it really does, yeah, as I said before, you can have bad things happen. It really does add to the combat system. The combat system is very, very good in my opinion. Alrighty, do I want to explore that way? Yeah, let's kill these wolves. Alrighty, so they're both over there. Let's walk the tank in. Ah, just out of range. Put you there and just watch them. Because, yeah, 2 movement points, and once you use your second, you obviously cannot attack. Oh, it didn't kill him. Unlucky. Can I shoot? No. Well, I might do that and just take a shot at that front one, make sure it dies. Now, when you kill something, you actually gain one of those action points back. So you can have units go on little killing streaks like that, where they move, shoot, 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 as long as they kill something every turn. Alright, what do we have? A weapon rune. That's handy. Anyway, let's skip that boss, because I do want to show you some of the different things in the game. So this is another tile set. The tile sets are generally the same. So you go forest, forest, city, city, then I think it's like an icy area, and then something else. Anyway, we are at our tavern, and I do want to hire someone, so let's just sell some things that we aren't going to need. There is apparently a potion crafting system in the game. Now, I haven't been able to find it. There are reagents, like right then I sold some mushrooms and stuff. So I assume they're reagents, and it is listed as a feature that you can craft potions to help you out, but I literally cannot figure it out. So I'm not sure where that is. I apologize for that. I spent a long time searching, trust me. Alrighty, what's this guy do? Okay, so he doesn't actually have things unlocked. He needs to do a bit more killing. This guy is a crossbowman. His ability is letting him shoot through armor. And this guy's more of a buffing guy. I'm gonna go with this guy, I think. He's a little bit handy. Anyway, let's just level him up. Bit of health. Bit of strength. And he is good to go. Let's explore. So, one thing I really like about this game is the art style. Just the way things kind of pop in. It looks very seamless, and I'm rather impressed by it, actually. When I first saw a few videos of it early on, I was worried it would be a little jittery. But yeah, no, it's not. It does look really nice. And, I mean, I did speak earlier about how it doesn't really need graphics options because the graphics aren't exactly, I don't know, intense. But yeah, it does have a very nice stylized look, and that look is great. Damn it, didn't find anything. And there are thieves. I personally try to avoid thieves. All I'm missing out is that little spot down there, so I'm not worrying too much. It's just that hovel. So I'm going to move on because thieves go invisible. And they like to backstab you guys. It's really painful. Not a fan of them. Anyway, let's fight some of these guards. So he's armored. But I outnumber them. Let's run you here. I spoke earlier about opportunities, and the game does a really good job of displaying information in combat. So right now, if I hover over that, it's telling me I'm doing a backstab, but if you look above this guy's head, it's got an exclamation mark, and that means he gets an opportunity on me. So if this archer here was a melee unit, and I went to swing at that, it would actually get an opportunity on me when I'm swinging at him. And that's pretty much how it works. If you're in base contact with something that is melee, it can react to you doing anything. Which is cool. I like that. Anyway, I want to remove the armor off him, so let's put you there. Take a shot. Armor's gone, and how much damage does this guy do? 4 to 7. Let's risk it. Yeah, 5. Perfect. And since he killed something, he got movement back. Now, he could move up to that guy, but he can't attack it. He can only change his direction, so we'll just get this guy to... Nope, not finish it off. Dodge. Okay, there we go. Killing all the things. It's great. So, there are 2 ways that you customize your characters as you play through this, and it's what changes things up. A bit more junk and a lockpick. Handy. And that is at the blacksmith, where you equip these runes that I showed you earlier. So that armor rune there. There's also weapon runes that will increase, say, crit chance. That is a boss. He was... Yeah, I would show you him, but he actually had a little mechanic that... It took me 1 run to figure out, actually. I couldn't figure out why I wasn't hurting him. So yeah, I won't spoil that for anyone who wants to potentially pick up the game. Can actually rest. Speaking of resting, before I go back to what I was talking about, there's this exhaustion bar up here, and as you... just keep traveling without resting, it goes down. And you'll lose your 5% accuracy. Eventually it becomes debuffs. I think it's either at this point here or this point here. It starts affecting you negatively, which is never good. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have at the blacksmith? Can we upgrade any weapons? We don't have anything to upgrade them, so let's go to the merchant, because they normally sell things. Yep, they are indeed selling things. Let's just... sell this potion. Who needs potions? And that junk. And this junk. Cool. So I actually have 9 money now. I could buy another mercenary, but I want to show you this. Oop. My bad. I forgot to actually buy the reagent. So if I go to the blacksmith now, and I upgrade this guy's weapon, now it requires silver instead of the iron, but I get this rune. So I can get 1 strength plus 10% crit or reduces a skill's cooldown by 1 turn. And there are greater runes, so 10, 15, 20% crit. Let's give him just strength, actually. And what's that do? 10% dodge. I might give that to this guy. But I will upgrade the archer's weapon and give him crit, because he already had a ton of crit. Anyway, let's move on. Actually, no, you know what? I actually do have enough money. So yeah, there's what I was talking about earlier with the enemies becoming stronger. Waitress, shop. And I'm actually going to sell this. So it's a mushroom. You can make your guys eat it, but as I said before, I have no idea how to turn it into a potion, if you can. So I did have a rogue unlocked, and it's not here right now, and I'm not sure why. That's alright though. What's this guy? He is the crossbowman. There's a chick with a boomerang, and it bounces between things. It's kind of cool. There is someone who throws bombs, and there is a wizard. Let's get the wizard. He's only level 2. I've used him once, so he's not particularly strong. So we will sit him in the back and hopefully keep him alive. So let's search that, and we get a bunch of stuff. Handy. I do like that there is a difference between daytime and nighttime. We can just go over here up to this house. In that you actually have different line of sights. You can see further during the day. I really like it. I think it's cool. It's a nice little touch that they didn't really need to add in, but they did. Okay, so on to the next place. And here is the rogue, actually. So it must be that if they have a quest, they don't appear in your thing. So yeah, this is how you unlock them. Her quest is actually in the next zone, so we're probably not going to get to it. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. Is just talk to them and they will... I wonder if that's a reference to something. Nope, cannot open it. And yeah, they will offer to join you after you complete a quest for them. So there is actually a decent amount of unit variety, which is good because things act differently. You do need to play differently against different units, and yeah, I think that is a very good thing that that's part of the game. All right, so if I try to move this guy away from him, he's going to take a swing. If I move that guy away, he's also going to take a swing. And the wizard's probably just going to die anyway. He can't do much. Yeah, he has a minimum range like other ranged units, so if I try to walk away, he's going to get swung at. There's 2 armor here, so I don't want to hit him with my big guy. Let's just hit him with this guy. Ah, he dodged. Okay, so he's going to counterattack me. 2. Well, I'll hit you with him. And I'm actually going to put him on guard because I can see that guy coming down and attacking. Unless he goes for the archer. He could very well kill that archer, actually. Which would not be the best for me. Yeah. The archer's used both of her movement points. Well, now it's just directions. As long as his back isn't vulnerable, he doesn't really need to face any particular direction. And I'm going to leave that guy there. I could actually put a block there. It wouldn't really do anything. Alright, let's just end the turn. So this game also has... this game also has Steam trading cards as well as a whole bunch of achievements. So yeah, this is just an example of why opportunities are great. He tried to take a swing at this guy, and because I had 2 melee units in contact, they both got to swing first and ended up killing him. Okay, so you can go up there and do that. You can go up there and backstab. And the good thing is, if this didn't kill him right now, he would then next turn go for a swing on that archer, and both of these would again get a swing at him before he did so. Yeah, it's really nice. I am a big fan of this combat system. Wow. Dragon Sanctuary. Nice. It's got lots of stuff. Anyway, let us push on. So the difference between the difficulties is quite large. These bosses are very, very difficult when you don't have the level advantage that I have. Like, seriously, some of them are very hard. I've tried a few games on normal and died very early, so yeah, it's not easy. Even easy isn't easy. It did take me a fair few runs, as I said before. Let's get... what armor ones do I have? Movement range, dodge, and dodge. No, let's upgrade weapons. Oops, that is the merchant. Let's go to the blacksmith. And upgrade your weapon. And the archer's weapon. So I have crit. Yep, crit going in there. And strength going in there. Good stuff. So I might actually fight this boss just to give you some idea of how difficult they can be. And then I have one more thing to show you afterwards in the main menu. So the boss is probably up somewhere over there. I'm going to... oh, I kind of want to leave my archer at the back, but I need it moved up a bit. Oops. Oh well. Direction was off, but that's okay. And I'll overwatch this guy as well. Now, I'm just going to put all 3 of these on guard. He can't actually, because this boss, as far as I know, is just a single boss. He won't actually be able to get to my archer. Oop, he's going for the wizard though. So 5 armor, 60 health, down to 3 armor, handy. But I think he generates armor every turn. Also, he has an attack that removes armor. Very, very difficult to deal with. And gets multiple attacks per turn. I think he has 3 movement points. Anyway, let's surround him. Can that guy get down there? He can. Put you there. Archer can take those shots first. Actually, let's check some damages. 3 to 6, 4 to 8, 4 to 7, 2 to 4. Well, that guy's not going anywhere, because he is probably going to die. Actually, you know what? Let's step him back. He's gonna land the hit, but now I can, not overwatch, I can put a wall there to actually stop him attacking that guy and get him in. This guy, I'm just gonna guard, face him that way. That guy is going to take out the final shield so that the archer can do a big hit. And he dodged it. So close, so close. And that guy's just gonna stab it in the back. Yep. And I'll end my turn. So this game also has quite nice sound assets, like the combat uses a variety of different sounds. It's not just, I'm doing a melee hit, let's do one sound over and over. Each unit does have their own specific sounds as far as I have been able to hear. Which is quite nice. Like, there's a lot of interesting little touches that they have put on the game. Alrighty. Let's stab you in the back. Just to give you an idea of a few special abilities, this guy, it hits for the same amount, but it would knock him back to this square here. That's what his special ability does. So there are a fair few repositioning abilities that you can use to your advantage. Okay. 1, 2 hits. Then just hit you. Oh, big crit. Twice. That's very handy. And hitting him. First time I did this, I didn't actually manage to trap him, and he just went and one-shot all of my ranged, and then it was really hard because he gets armor every turn. He gets regenerating armor, which means that once you get down to a certain number of units, you're using most of your attacks just breaking through the armor and not actually doing damage to him. So this fight's about keeping your guys alive and actually... Ooh, that was lucky. Actually getting lucky. So yeah, he's not dead and got a hit off. Anyway, let's just finish this guy off. There we go. Nice. And got a few levels up. Cool. Let's save and quit. There is a save function, but it is only one game. So if I clicked resume, it would go back to that. Anyway, the mercenaries are what I wanted to show you. This is all of them. There is a variety, like there's rogues, bomb thrower, spellcaster, and they do all have those unique leveling up mechanics, which I think is really interesting. It's really cool. And once you have them unlocked, even if you play on normal, as far as I know, they're unlocked or they're selected from a pool. So if you go to an inn and try and get one, you'll get the choice between a few that you've unlocked. Anyway, overall, this is actually a pretty damn decent game. The art style is really nice. It definitely suits the game itself, which is always a good thing. The gameplay is definitely interesting. It's a fair bit of fun, and it does take some learning. They don't include a tutorial. You have to learn all of the mechanics yourself, which personally, in a game like this, I do class as a good thing, particularly since it's not overly complicated. However, as I said before, I haven't been able to figure out alchemy. Mechanically, the game's fine. The combat system is well thought out. As I've said multiple times, I'm a big fan of it. It's quite easy to understand, and it does have those little intricacies to it, such as the opportunity mechanic. So you do need to watch out for things like that. Also, it's clear what you can do before you do it, whether what you're going to do is going to get an opportunity strike against you, whether a ranged unit will actually be able to attack after it moves. things like that. And it's always really nice to have those kind of things in a roguelike, particularly when there's permadeath, because if you screw up, you're dead and you have to start again, and you don't want a game being the fault of your death. The leveling up and equipment systems do complement each other quite nicely, and they let you build characters how you want. You can go full-on armor, full-on dodge, like straight-out damage. Yeah, there's just a lot of different ways you can build with those little combinations. You can even make balanced characters very easy, because you could get unlucky with your runes or get unlucky with your stats, because it is procedurally generated. So while normal mode will certainly be the favorite of all of the hardcore roguelike fans, I think that the easy difficulty is definitely a welcome addition, since the game is very hard, and letting you keep that little bit of progress really does give you the motivation to keep trying and keep going, because you get a little bit closer to winning every time, or at least that's what I found. So if you want to buy this game, it's available on Steam and will set you back $14.99 in both Australia and the US, or £12.99 in the UK. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to favorite, like, and or subscribe. This has been Tommy J. Have a good one.